The National Green Tribunal has given a nod to the odd-even scheme. NGT directs no exemptions, and this is really the big part. No exemption for two-wheelers, government servants or women. Only vehicles to have been granted exemption will be emergency services, which includes ambulance, fire brigade and emergency repair services, whether of electricity or other public services. And also exemption will be granted to CNG and hybrid vehicles. Those are the big that's a big breaking news that's coming in at this point. After all the questions that the NGT raised, they have now agreed to allow the odd and even to go ahead, and most importantly, there is no exemption for women, for bikes and for any class of government officials. Let's go across to Apurva, who's been tracking all of this. Apurva, after all the questions that the NGT had raised with regards to to Delhi's preparedness for implementing the odd-even, they have finally agreed. They had raised a lot of questions. Help us understand how they were really convinced to allow the odd and even to go ahead.
Well, it was a very tough thing for the Delhi government to really justify why they're going ahead with the odd and even plan, specifically with the NGT coming out with very pointed questions, asking them pinpointedly what is the basis for really going ahead with the odd and even plan when you have the data that is clearly showing that in the next couple of days there is going to be rainfall, and more importantly, the data that the government really showed in front of the NGT was certainly not convinced. Finally, in the entire observations that were made by the National Green Tribunal, the NGT said that it has allowed the Delhi government to go ahead and implement the odd-even plan, provided there is absolutely no exemptions that take place, which means that two-wheelers, women and nobody else will be exempted from the ambit of the odd and even plan, except for emergency services, which include solid waste management vehicles, ambulance, fire brigade, any kind of vehicles that takes up any kind of work there which is of public welfare. Apart from these, no other vehicle will be exempted from the purview of the odd and even plan, which is scheduled to take place from the 13th of November to the 17th of November. One more very important aspect there highlighted by the NGT is that as and when the PM 2.5 and PM 10 breaches the mark as prescribed by the CPCB as well, and as far as the graded action report plan is concerned, if the PM 2.5 and PM 10 breaches 500 and 300 respectively, automatically the Delhi government needs to implement the odd and even plan without any further delay. It would be mandatory for them to implement that. So these were some of the very key observations that are being made, but of course it is going to be a big hurdle there for the government to really implement it right now. We have to see what really happens on Monday, with every exemptions now being taken up by the NGT. Back to you.
जो आज का मेन ऑर्डर है उसका जो हाईलाइट ये है कि जो ऑड इवन स्कीम है वो ऑटोमेटिकली इम्प्लीमेंट होगी अगर पीएम 2.10 लेवल 500 से ऊपर और पीएम 2.5 300 से ऊपर जाता है। 48 आवर्स के अंदर मॉनिटर करके उसे ऑड इवन स्कीम को ऑटोमेटिकली इम्प्लीमेंट करना होगा। इस बार कोई एग्जेम्पशन नहीं है, कोई वुमेन विद चाइल्ड, वुमेन, किसी तरह की कोई एग्जेम्पशन नहीं होगी। ये सब पर लागू होगा, वीआईपीस पर भी लागू होगा जहां तक का ट्राइब्यूनल का ऑर्डर है। इमरजेंसी व्हीकल्स विल बी एग्जेम्प्टेड। ट्राइब्यूनल ने कहा है कि अगर आप मॉनिटर करेंगे 48 घंटे तक, अभी भी और फ्यूचर में भी, अगर PM 10 लेवल 500 से ज्यादा और PM 2.5 लेवल 300 से ऊपर जाएगा 48 आवर्स में, तो ऑड इवन स्कीम को ऑटोमेटिकली इंप्लीमेंट करना होगा।